Good morning, everyone. I don't know that it's morning. Hello, everyone. It's Miss Fox again, and I am so happy to be here with you for drama class. So, as with every drama class, I always like to start by asking, what is drama? Hmm, what is drama? Can you remember? Drama is what we make when we use our body, our voice, and our imagination. Drama is what we make when we use our body, our voice, and our imagination to tell a story. If you remembered all four of those words, give yourself a big pat on the back. And if you remembered any of those four words, give yourself a big thumbs up. Let's say it one more time. You can join in with me. Drama is what we make when we use our, and our to tell a great job. So in order to get started with our drama class, let's warm up those actor tools. Let's start by warming up our body. We're just going to be warming up our faces today since that's mostly what we're working with. So open your face up nice and wide, stick out your tongue, and then make it tiny like it's a little raisin. Make it big like a lion and tiny like a raisin. Big, tiny, big, tiny, 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 big. Great job. Now, can you push your cheeks in like a fish? And then make them go out like you're a big hedgehog. Push them in, big like a hedgehog. Push them in, big like a hedgehog. Great job. Now that we've warmed up our faces, let's warm up our voices. In drama, we often tell stories by speaking and sometimes by singing. So we need to make sure our voices are ready to tell those stories. We're going to do this by warming up with a tongue twister. The tongue twister goes like this. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Can you say that with me? Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. One more time. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Next line is Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Again, Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Last line, Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, was he? Let's try that whole thing together. It goes like this. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, was he? We can do that one more time, maybe a little bit faster. See if you can keep up with me. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, was he? Great job. Now we've warmed up our body and our voice. It's time to warm up our imagination. Imagination is what we think when we are pretending something that isn't there. For example, here is my imaginary friend, a tiny fish. He can talk. Do you see him? What color do you see this fish is being? What color is he? Great job. You just used your imagination to imagine what color he is. Now, can you imagine what his name might be? What do you think his name could be? Great job using your imagination. We've just imagined what color he is and what his name is. So we've warmed up our body, we've warmed up our voice, and we've warmed up our imagination. Now we are going to start talking about stories. Stories have a beginning, we meet some characters, they have a problem, and they come to a solution. So they have a beginning, characters, a problem, and a solution. In order to understand a problem, we've been discussing what makes something a question. That means we need to review what our favorite question words are. There are some words that we often use when we are asking a question. The magic question words include who, what, when, where, how, and why. Let's see if we can say all of those words together. Who, what, when, where, how, and why. I'll give you some examples of each of these question words used in a question. Who are you, Mr. Fish? Here's my imaginary friend, the fish, and I will ask him, who are you, Mr. Fish? What? What is your favorite color, Mr. Fish? When? When do you go to school, Mr. Fish? On Mondays or on Fridays? When? Who, what, when, where? Where is your favorite place to eat, Mr. Fish? Where is your favorite place to eat, Mr. Fish? Who, what, when, where, why? Why did you come to visit me, Mr. Fish? Why did you come to visit me, Mr. Fish? Lastly, when? Who, what, when, where, why? Oh, now I've forgotten if I've done them all. But in case I didn't do when yet, when? I asked, when do you go to school? How? How old are you, Mr. Fish? How old are you, Mr. Fish? Great. Now I have used all of our magic question words. So we are going to be listening to a story today. The character in the story is named Jacques Cousteau. Jacques Cousteau likes to explore underwater. Explorers are people who go places and they ask lots of questions when they get there. Explorers are very curious people. Jacques Cousteau was an explorer who was very curious about everything that lived and moved underwater. We are going to listen to the story of Jacques Cousteau, and then we are going to imagine that we have met our friend, Mr. Fish, and we are going to ask Mr. Fish 3 questions about what it's like to live underwater. So as you listen to the story of Jacques Cousteau, I want you to come up with your own questions about what it's like to be underwater, to live underwater, to grow underwater, what you might see underwater, and then come up with questions that you can ask Mr. Fish. You'll be able to record yourself asking these questions. Let's get started.